Welcome to District Dialogues. My name is Marvin Arrington Jr., and I am the Fulton County Commissioner for District 5. District 5 represents parts of Southwest Atlanta, College Park, Union City, the city of South Fulton, and East Point. In this episode, we will discuss summer arts programs and Arts and Culture's new director, understanding your property assessment, and our D5 spotlight. My guests today are Dr. Pamela Rochelle, Deputy Chief Operating Officer of Health and Human Services for Fulton County, Dwight Robinson, Chief Appraiser of the Tax Assessor's Office, and Mary Gay, founder of Suitcore, Workforce Development Program. I'm a proud sponsor of All People's Lives Are Culturally Enriched, a strategic priority area for Fulton County government. Our first guest, Dr. Pamela Rochelle, is the Deputy Chief Operating Officer for Health and Human Services. Welcome to the show, Dr. Rochelle.
Commissioner Arrington, thank you for having me today.
It is always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
So now that Fulton County is reopening, please tell us about some of the summer programming that will be available to Fulton County residents.
Absolutely. Well, Commissioner, as you stated, we are on a path to reopening Fulton County services that have not had full access for our constituents. And so I'm really excited that we have a full offering of summer programs. We have 3 art centers, and each art center is continuing to provide virtual programming for the summer through July 9th. And we have 7 in-person services for arts programming. And so this will give us an opportunity to determine how we should offer those services in person, those classes in preparation for the fall. And so constituents can go to www.fultonarts.org. There they will find all sorts of information about the classes and how to register. And they'll also find information as well about the types of classes that we have for teens, adults, families, and some special classes for seniors.
Awesome. Are there any costs associated with these programs?
Absolutely not. Previously, we did have a small fee associated with our classes, but due to the pandemic and the fact that most of our classes are offered virtually, there is no cost associated with the classes this year.
All right, and I guess the Arts Department has a new director. Tell us about our new director for the Arts Department.
So Commissioner Arrington, we're so excited to have join our Fulton County family, David Manuel. He previously led arts and culture for DeKalb. He has an extensive history with arts through the Woodruff Arts Center and a variety of well-known other arts programs in the Atlanta, Fulton County area. So we're really excited to have him, and he's ready to hit the ground running.
Awesome, awesome. I worked with him at the Woodruff and at Porter Safford in the past. How can our audience stay connected, find out, again, more information about the programs being offered this summer and beyond?
Yes, so if the audience would go to www.fultoncountyarts.org, there they can find the latest information. We also have a newsletter, so they can sign up for that. That way they will never miss any information about classes. We also have special programming throughout the year that they can be invited to. So tune into the web page, sign up for the newsletter, and you won't miss any information.
Awesome, awesome. Always great to talk with you, Dr. Rochelle. We appreciate all that you do, and glad to see that we are reopening and re-engaging the Fulton County residents. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for your support of arts and culture.
Our next guest is Dwight Robinson. He is the Chief Appraiser of the Fulton County Tax Assessor's Office. Welcome to the show, Dwight.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to participate in one of your events, Commissioner. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to keep the residents of Fulton County informed.
Well, you know what I like about you, Dwight? You break it down so I can understand it. And if you can break it down that far, then you can make anybody understand it.
I don't know. I don't know if you're right, Commissioner. You're a pretty bright young man.
When are we expecting the tax notices to go out for this year?
Well, the notices went out without fanfare yesterday.
Awesome, awesome.
Which was the 21st of June, and the expiration date for filing an appeal will be on August 5th. That's 45 days from yesterday.
Okay.
So that's good news. You know, without the notices, nothing happens. Nothing happens until the notices are sent out.
All right, and so if I'm a Fulton County property owner, I get my notice, do I have to pay the tax that's listed on the notice, on the assessment notice?
That's a very good question. You know, every year we have folks that actually send us a check for the estimated taxes that they see on their assessment notice. It's just an estimate. By law, we have to give all taxpayers this estimate. You pay your tax bill, which will be sent to you by the tax commissioner's office. Do not pay the estimate that you see on this notice. It's just to give you an idea for your own budgetary purposes, what to expect from the tax commissioner a few months down the road.
Okay. And who all is available for homestead exemptions?
Well, everybody who owns and occupies their premises, their property, is eligible for that basic homestead exemption, $30,000, which helps to reduce their tax bill. But for folks who are 62, 65, or 70, there are additional exemptions that are available. We have a whole host of exemptions. And if you go on our website at fultonassessor.org, you'll be able to see that you may not only qualify for the basic homestead exemption, but there are many other exemptions for which you may qualify. And I urge all your constituents to take advantage of our very excellent website and take a look to see if they qualify for any other exemptions that will further reduce their tax bill.
All right. And you spoke about the different exemptions. You don't automatically get those at 62, 65, and 70, do you?
No, you don't. You have to apply. But once you apply and you are accepted, you don't have to apply again. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 exemptions for which you have to apply like every 2 years. But for the vast majority of exemptions, once you get it and you continue to own and occupy that property, you no longer have to reapply.
All right. And when are the property values set or assessed? And
well, the values are set as of the 1st of January every year. So what we will do is we'll take a look at the market, what is selling, how much it is selling for. And based on those sales prices, we will adjust values up or down that is reflective of what's happening on January 1st of every year.
Okay. All right, now talk to us about the steps in the appeal process.
Okay, and that's very important. Over the last several years, we've had accumulative from 18, 19, and 20. I think we had over 85,000 appeals. So every taxpayer has the right to appeal their value, not their taxes, their value. And their value is sent out by us on your property assessment notice. So you take a look at section B on your notice, and it will tell you what your value was last year and what your value is going to be this year. And if you agree, you don't need to do anything else. If you disagree with that value, then you have that right to appeal. You have 45 days to exercise that right. This year, that expiration date is August 5th. So between now and August 5th, you decide whether your value is acceptable to you, it is reflective of what you could sell your property for. And if you don't think it is, then you have the right to appeal. The appeal has to be in writing. You can appeal online, or you can just send us a letter by US mail, or you can take your letter by hand and deliver it to one of our 5 locations. So basically, a lot of taxpayers have decided that their values look good. We typically have an appeal rate of under 10%. And so 90+% of all taxpayers think their values are okay and they don't need to appeal. But there are taxpayers who will feel the values that we have assessed incorrect, and they need to exercise their rights. And that's it. They have 45 days in which to do so.
All right, so if the audience wants to get in contact with you or find out more information, where should they go and what should they do?
Well, the best way of getting that information all in one place would be on our website, fultonassessor.org. One word, fultonassessor, one word.org. And on that website, it's chock full of useful information that they can decide for themselves how to go about their business, whether we have been fair to them, what the property assessment is all about, what appeals are all about, what homestead is all about. They can find all that information on our website.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to, we look forward to receiving our assessments.
Well, I hope when you receive your assessment, you'll think that we've done a good job, and the appeals will be less than this year than they were in previous years. Thank you for this opportunity, Commissioner Arrington.
It truly takes a village to care for our community. So I'm excited to hear how Suitcore is making a difference in the community. Welcome to the show, Mary.
Thank you, Commissioner Arrington. I appreciate you having me.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you. So what is Suitcore and what do they do?
So Suitcore is a nonprofit. We provide digital service provider training, which is people who can work online as well as in a traditional work environment. You learn customer service skills and marketing skills when you do traditional employment, but when you do it online, the pay is better. It's just that simple.
I think we've been seeing a lot of that going around. So how did you get into the online employment industry?
So back in 98, I believe, AOL came online with the, you can get 10 free hours to be online and and learn. And I started registering those accounts and taught myself computers. And after about a year or so, I realized that it could be a career. So I started transitioning all my skills to working in an online environment, and I was able to get clients like Cox, Warner Media, which is now, and then Radio One was some of my clients. So after a while, we realized that we could train people to work in that environment. And we did it that way for several years. And then in 2016, we launched Suitcore to work in local communities. Everybody before had been, they were web-based. I hadn't met them. I never met anybody we trained for the first probably 15 years, actually. They were located around the country.
Okay, okay. And what type of training does Suitcore offer?
So we do entry-level jobs like data entry. We teach people to use the software online to do the jobs because they usually have the skills. They can type or they can read, because we do a lot of research for people. And I don't know, we do social media content where we read content. We actually get paid. This is what I'm so excited about. We actually get paid to read content and just remove violations. That's customer service online. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And once a person completes your program, how do they find employment?
So when they come on board, we give a intense onboarding process where we make sure they can use the tools that we have, and we make sure they have the equipment they need, the internet access, and just to understand entrepreneurship, because that's one of the things we pretty much sell our services around the country. So we bring them into our program, and then it's an apprenticeship. So we start assigning them tasks within, well, let me step back. We partner with local organizations to help them advocate about and make sure that I'm messing up here. So we want to make sure. Oh, Marvin, I'm just nervous. Hold on. So
I'll ask you a question again. How do they find a job after they complete the program?
Okay, so we actually hire them for their first job after they complete the program. Okay. We have a partner, virtual professionals that hire them to do entry-level work for some of their clients. All of our clients. So they will do like moderation jobs on Facebook. They will do research jobs for sales campaigns. And then they'll do some other customer service type work online for local businesses like restaurants, retail stores who are trying to build their brand on the internet. So we support those products so their businesses, their staff can stay focused on their core business. And then they just learn by experience. And we make sure they have all the equipment they need. And we're now trying to launch a transportation shuttle here in NPUV so that we can also get those folks who are training with us to those local jobs that they get that supplement their income while they're learning our program.
Well, it sounds like you're staying busy. How can people find out more information about Suitcore and all the great things that you're doing?
Yep, you can email me at info@suitcore.org, and that's SUKOR, or go to our website at www.suitcore.org.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for all of the great work that you do in the community.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me today.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching the show today, certainly to all of the participants that came out and shared valuable information with us. We want to say thank you to you as well. Please stay connected with my office through our website and social media platforms. And don't forget, the pandemic is not over. Please, while in public, stay vigilant, wear a mask, wash your hands, and continue to practice social distancing. Until next time, stay safe.